Hi, Simon McGrath, Classic Cars and Coffee at University of Western Australia. I'm here with Steve, and I got to say, Steve, I love this truck. It's totally awesome.
Thanks very much. When I was a kid, I used to go visit my grandparents in Georgia. My grandfather had a service station when I was 7 years old, and he had a 1964 Chevy C10 that I learned to drive and, sit in front of your grandfather and let you steer. So I've always wanted one, and I finally found the right car about 4 years ago, and here we are today.
It's an awesome truck. Now, it's an easy mistake for the novice to think that this is an F-150, and it's definitely not. It's a Chevrolet C10.
I think some people get a little precious about Fords and Chevys, but I think pickup trucks are cool. I could love a Ford truck just as much as I love the Chevy, but yeah, it's a C10 pickup.
So not only, what year is it?
1964.
64 C10. Not only is it's got this original patina, but you've spent the last 4 years with another guy, an associate, turning it into this incredible custom truck. Tell me about what's in it.
Yeah, there's a great guy named Kevin Edwards who has a company called Legacy Customs, and he's a truck guy. I saw his award-winning F truck at the Claremont Hot Rod Show 4 or 5 years ago, and you just know when you have the right person. He was the right guy, so we kept the original paint, so it's the original paint, but all the chassis work. The original chassis has been boxed, coil-over suspension in the front, bare brakes, 4-link, Ford 9-inch LSA crate motor, and on and on and on. So it looks like an old truck. I mean, it looks a little sinister because of the custom exhaust, and I'm running 385 tires in the back, so it's a big rear end. So you know something's going on. But it's just, it's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You can cruise in it, it's nice and quiet, and then if you want to get on it and prove a point, it gets up and it goes.
Have you put it over the 400 meters?
I haven't, but you can actually go online and there's a little calculator, so you put weight, rear wheel horsepower, all that stuff. So on the calculator, it's about 1140 in the quarter.
That'll wake you up.
And there's another 2 steps of power upgrades. You can do that LSA motor, but I want to give it to my daughter ultimately, so I'm sort of conscious of not overpowering the thing. It's borderline right now, but because the big wide tires, it hooks up pretty nice. So I want to do the upgrade, but I'm trying to restrain myself.
So you're running the Camaro crate engine.
Yeah, Camaro crate engine. Yep.
All aluminium.
Yep.
Supercharged. How many? 6.2
liters. They took the LS3 foundation and they added extra piston oilers on the bottom end and sort of upgraded it. It's stock 580 horsepower, but with the power upgrade, it's about 650.
Whoa, back up. Stock 580 horsepower.
Out of the box, 580 horsepower. But of course, that's not enough.
No.
So
never enough.
Did the first little power upgrade with some guys at Street Built. And they put a smaller pulley on the supercharger, new injectors, and it's perfect right now. Will I leave it that way? I don't know. Maybe. I hope so.
And so you're running a 3-speed automatic?
No, I'm running a 6L80E transmission.
What is that?
It's a 6-speed transmission. You can buy it as an aftermarket part from GM Performance. And then I had it rebuilt to handle 1,000 horsepower. So we tried to future-proof it. So 1,000 horsepower rear end, 1,000 horsepower transmission, so that if I ever lose my mind, I've got the engineering all the way through.
That close, folks. That close.
Yeah, that's right.
Does it ever do any work? I mean, like, do you take it with a tip?
I've only had it for about 6 weeks, but if somebody said, "Hey, I need you to move a fridge," I'd definitely do that. But it's just really a weekend cruiser, and I got a nice stereo in it, and I listen to all my '70s music.
I love it.
Yeah, it's good fun.
So you've got air conditioning,
vintage air conditioning,
AC. Power steering,
power brakes,
4-wheel discs,
4-wheel bare brakes, 4-wheel discs, and it drives and steers like a modern car, which is not easy to do in these old cars. The steering self-centers after you turn it. It brakes nice, super predictable, and because of the big rear tires, it hooks up. It gets a little exciting if you want to have a go from a stoplight, but it's fun. It's fun.
I tell you what, I think it's visionary.
I appreciate it.
I love it.
We wanted to keep it. We want to have it to be an old truck, like I said, the original paint, but then we just wanted to do a few custom touches so you knew something was going on.
With I'm going to call this rodding, but it's technically not. But with rodding, there's a line, and this is sort of retro cool, and it's absolutely nailed it. It's gorgeous.
I appreciate it.
Any car enthusiast is going to walk up and go, "Man, that's tasteful. I love it. I love what you've done." And then you can go that one step too far, where you've got candy apple chrome, this and that, and you kind of go, "Nah, that's not where we're at." And you've nailed this perfectly.
Thanks very much. I appreciate it. Yeah,
awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, good chatting with you.
Classic Cars and Coffee. You've got to love this truck.